Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Chai with Gary. It's a sad day, Gary. It's a sad day. Europa League final. Villarreal won. United won. Lost on penalties. Emery picks up his fourth Europa League. Why? Why? What the fuck happened?
Dude, I don't know where to begin, man. Look, first of all, welcome back. The last
Yeah.
time we covered 3 games, and I told you, you saw the video, I told you what my thoughts were going into this final. We had, 2 losses,
1 point of the 9, right?
1 point out of 9, and then luckily we won that game against Wolves.
Yeah.
So 4 out of 12. Abysmal. Going to this game, I expected it to be a hard game. Because Emery has won this tournament 3 times before.
Yeah.
And so he's got the experience. He's done it before. He's got the experience. But look, I'm dejected. I am dejected.
Yeah.
I'm upset. I'm disappointed. I'm just over the season now. I'm really over the season.
Yeah.
What do you think? What were your thoughts?
Look, man, I didn't want it to go to penalties. You know what? Penalties is anybody's game. I don't think we should have let it go that far, in my opinion. But Villarreal is a good team, I guess. But realistically, I was confident going into this game, right? I thought we'd win it. And, to be honest, I was thinking about what I'd be saying in this video had we won it, right? I was thinking, yeah, you know what? It's definite progress. Let's give Ole a little bit more time. I was wrong before in my snap judgment of him. He's probably bringing some culture into the team. But now I'm sitting here having watched the sham that we put. It's a final, Gary. I don't think we turned up. And how can you not turn up?
Dude, it's surprising when all of your players don't turn up, right? I mean,
Exactly.
How is that possible? I know. I just kept asking myself. And the worst thing is, dude, there's so much propaganda and so much media attention to this game. Ferguson went to bloody Poland as well. I mean, I'm just thinking, what was the point of bringing him there? I mean, what's Ferguson going to do? And this for me just paints a picture of what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is as a manager. He's basically forever going to be living in Ferguson's shadow, I think. He's, Chai, there was one part, right? Okay, before going to the game, the game finished 90 minutes finishes off, and then obviously we're going to extra time. Okay, we're going to extra time. So one side is Villarreal's players. They all come together. You can see Emery going at it. He's giving instructions. He's like trying to motivate the team. And then I look at the United side. Solskjaer is quiet. He's not even saying anything. Mike Phelan is doing all the talking. God knows what the other coaches are saying. Like, who's actually controlling? Who's actually managing the team?
Man, and the substitutions. I know we had a rant about this morning as well. But come on, man. Why was Rashford on the pitch? I mean,
dude, why was Rashford on the pitch? Why was Pogba on the pitch? Why was Bruno on the pitch? You can go through the list, right? It's like everyone, every single player. I mean, the only person who had a good game was McTominay, I think. McTominay
and he was pulled out as well.
Zidane. He was pulled out as well.
So this guy is looking at who's performing well. I'm gonna take them away,
dude. Substitutions were so bad, dude. First of all, it was so late, and it was so bad. Why did we have to take Greenwood out? I don't know. We wanted to win. We wanted to win the game, and we take Greenwood out. What was the logic?
You know what?
Can someone explain it to me?
Look, we definitely didn't show up in the first half, right? First half was and I mean the goal that we conceded, what the fuck was that?
Well,
It's
it's a United goal. Another
well, it's a
one
United
from
goal. Yeah,
set piece, right? Another one to add to the mini
the
that we've conceded. Yeah.
correct Lindelof, the guy blindsided Lindelof, was a and you could see Pogba shouting to Lindelof as well to go back and stuff like that, right? And
Dude, it doesn't matter
just
because no matter what you do, we just can't get it
mm,
right. I don't know what it is, but we're constantly giving away silly goals like that. I just,
yeah,
you know, like we've tried Maguire, we've tried Bailly, we've tried Lindelof, we've tried
yeah,
Tuanzebe. No matter
yeah.
who plays there,
It's
we
always
just it's always a stupid goal that they concede. And I just think, look, we went into this the last time. We said we need a defensive coach, set
yeah,
piece coach,
yeah.
to set us up right defending, because the amount of times we've conceded stupid goals like this is
And it's fucking
insane.
carbon copy of each other, right? It's always played behind the center back, and the center back's not tracking the runner or whatever it is, and then you find yourself,
Or we're playing
it's a
people on
free.
side. It's
Exactly.
just,
Or playing people on side. It's just there's no coordination in that bloody black four, right?
yeah.
And man, dude, I can't remember any time sitting through the game and I'm like, okay, you know what? United's going to score in the first half. I was like,
Mm,
there was
no
no
way.
confidence. There was
Chai,
no,
we went through the whole game with two
yeah,
shots on target,
on
Chai.
target. One,
Villarreal
the
had that
Cavani's
one, which
header, I
they,
don't know, which
which Luke Shaw
I,
was, he was
probably
probably going
shooting for
for
the
the.
goal, I think. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't think that was a cross by any means of imagination. I don't think, maybe it was, I don't
like
know.
when you look at everything, how can you actually blame the players? Like, I mean, I knew I'm saying a lot of them didn't turn up today, yes,
Mm,
but you got to look to your bench. Okay, you had Matic there, you had
yeah,
Meta there, you had Van der Beek
correct.
there, you had Ahmad there. Like
Yeah,
four players who could already change the game for me.
yeah.
And the fact that you bring in Tuan ZB, you bring in Fred,
Teles.
Tyler should have come on a bit earlier for me. Like
Yeah,
if you had Cavani there, maybe bring him,
bring him
take
on.
Rashford out, put Tellers up as a left winger,
Bingo.
get him to
Yeah.
put some crosses in the box. It's
Fucking. Why did he go to
dude.
Dan James for everything, boss? You know what? It's just so. Anyway, just because he put a 10 on 10 cross the last game for Wolves.
My God.
Look, man, it's quite frustrating. But starting lineup, talk to me about it. McFred didn't start. What were your thoughts on that?
I thought, look, on paper it looked good. Back
Hmm.
fall, you can't really do much about it.
That's
De
right.
Gea started,
Yeah.
which is great. And then
Probably
midfield was
played in the last
Beckham.
game for United as well, maybe.
I don't know, man. I really don't
Don't know.
know. I
Yeah.
think Pogba's going as well. So
Pogba is going as well, I think. Yeah.
Pogba, McTominay, and
Hmm.
then who else started? Greenwood, Cavani,
Greenwood,
Bruno, and Rashford.
Rashford.
Rashford, I don't know what's happening with Rashford. Honestly, I can't remember the last time he had a good game. I can't remember the last. Well, he scored against Liverpool, but
Hmm.
um, I don't know when he's had an impact on a game.
No, dude,
Um,
the only thing that takes me back is when he came as a substitute in the second half and scored a hat trick. That's probably
and yet Ole
he's going
keeps
back a
playing
while.
him again and again and again. I just like I don't understand.
Dude, I don't understand either. It's like just that look, I just wish they go. Ahmad would have played there, right? Just fucking
Dude,
start Ahmad there. Just
the, we just needed to control the ball a bit more. We were shooting left, right, center. I mean, like, what's the point? Just get when if you had Van der Beek there, if you had Matic there,
or even Mata
Mata,
for that instance, yeah.
dude, just control the ball. I mean, I just,
Dude, with
dude, it was
this,
wasted, man. We wasted this
it's
game. Honestly,
you know
they were
what?
not good. I don't think they were good, Chai.
They are
I
not
really
good. They're
don't.
fucking sixth in the bloody Spanish league, dude. They're sixth in Serie A. Just like okay, sixth in the English
The La
league.
Liga,
Who
yeah.
would it be? Who would it be? Fucking
Hmm.
West Ham. Probably
Yeah, West Ham.
West Ham or Tottenham bloody
Hmm.
finished there this time. Okay, you know what? I think they're a quality of Wolves, right? Villarreal will
Hmm.
probably be a more glorified Wolves. And we can't fucking put a performance against them, which is what is fucking surprising. Look, man, all these guys had like a good break after. I mean, most of them didn't play the Wolves game, so they had a bit of time on their hands to, kind of sit back and prepare themselves mentally and physically for this game. But what I saw there is no desire in the first half anyway. There is
Dude, it was so
absolutely no
slow,
desire.
Chai. It was so slow. The tempo was so slow. I don't
It's
know why. Why do we? I mean,
just
what
play
are
your
we
natural game,
doing?
right?
Yeah, just have some urgency. It's a cup final. You're in front
Yeah,
of fans. People have traveled
yeah,
around Europe to come and see you play.
that's
For
right.
you to
And
put back in a performance is unacceptable to me.
but who do you think played the
Who's
worst
the,
among
co-
this lot, right?
who played the worst?
Yeah, who do you think was the weakest link in our team today? I think Pogba had a shit game, my opinion.
Pogba, Bruno, dude, you
Bruno,
name it. We had no midfield. Our fullbacks, I mean, Luke Shaw got better in the second half, I thought,
yeah,
but first half was average. One Bissaka was okay, I
okay,
thought,
yeah,
but again, delivery wise, not good.
yeah.
Greenwood I
Greenwood
thought it was okay,
was
but
okay with
what
Rashford, I think. Anyway, in bits and bobs.
this is what baffles me, Chai. Every time we go into one of these key games,
Mm.
we are constantly trying to win games, and for whatever reason, the coaching staff decide to take off our attacker. I just don't understand. I honestly don't understand. I just
It's
want someone to.
You know what, dude? I think there is no plan B in Solskjaer's head. There isn't a plan B. So every substitution he makes is always a like for a like, right? He doesn't
Mm,
say, okay, you know what? I'm going to take the mid. I'm going to take a defensive midfielder, put an attacking midfielder. He will never substitute Scott McTominay and put that Donny Van de Beek. Or very rarely does he do it. It's always like to like, right? So, I
mm,
mean, you take off Rashford or Greenwood, bring Dan James on. Very similar kind of players, right? You take Tellez off and put sorry, you take Luke Shaw off and put Tellez in. It's very similar
mm.
sort of play, right? I don't know if he's defined a plan B. If the counter-attacking thing doesn't work, we might as well settle for a draw or a, you know, whatever,
And dude,
because
I
it'll
think
be. You on, sorry?
no, I was going to say like is this whole season's been weird because we started off poorly, and
Mm,
then we went through this purple patch, which was we started scoring goals and all that, and then we went through another slump somewhere in between. And
yeah,
I just feel that, dude, I can't even remember the last time we played well. I can't remember the last
mm,
time we played well and got a result. I feel like all of the games,
mm,
all the if you look at the big games that we played and we won,
yeah,
the players have actually come out to help
yeah.
Solskjaer. They've
Yes,
carried him throughout the season.
yes, yes.
And for me, look, next season, Chai, I don't even want to know who we're
I
going to
don't
sign right
look,
now.
man. I don't know because if we don't strengthen in the right areas, and we've spoken about this with Rishi as well on the show, if we don't strengthen in the right areas, I think we're looking. We'll finish like what Tottenham did this season. I have a
Yeah,
feeling,
I won't be surprised
and I won't be
because
surprised.
Leicester have gone. They've strengthened. Liverpool strengthening.
Yeah,
City don't even ask. Chelsea
yeah,
might buy Kane. We'll
yeah.
buy, maybe Sancho, and that's it. I mean, is that going to
Dude,
be enough?
Sancho is what? Sancho is from last fucking
That's
transfer
if he
window. He
even
should have been.
comes. He might not
Yeah,
come.
exactly,
He
exactly.
might not come.
He
But
might
what
go
are
to
we doing about
Chelsea for all we
midfield?
care.
What are we doing about centre back? What are we doing about a coach?
What are we doing about exactly? Oh, good point. Look, Gary. Last time we had this discussion, I think we were in disagreement. You said Solskjaer is probably the man that should be at the helm. Do you? I know one loss doesn't change a lot, but I think this loss signifies a bigger issue in terms of mentality and mindset. What do you think? Um, would you keep Solskjaer for the longer term, or would you wait for him to rebuild the squad and then put it in hands of a more capable quote unquote manager?
Dude, I'm a bit torn. I'm 50-50 right now.
Mm,
I think I think if he can swallow his ego and
yeah,
get better coaches around him, I
yeah,
think he would be able to do a decent job. Because
mm,
if he says he just manages the players and the coaches do the training and all that,
yeah,
then he needs to have the very best, the cream of the crop for coaches who
yeah.
can actually coach the players, can go through the formations, go through tactics, go through the lot with the players, and he
Mm,
can kind of manage the substitutions.
right.
Actually, he doesn't even do the substitutions. I
The
don't know what he
solutions,
does.
right?
Yeah, but I mean, I think he needs help. Like
Yeah,
I understand there's progress and all that, but
yeah,
end of the day, dude. I mean, just I think the thing that really frustrates me is that he's constantly hiding behind Ferguson's shadow. Like,
Yeah.
I think at this level, at a club like Man United, you're
Hmm.
probably one of the biggest clubs in the world. You've
Yeah.
got to make your own name. You can't be
Absolutely.
hiding behind Ferguson. You can't be saying we've got to play Ferguson's way. Ferguson's done. He's retired. He's
Yeah.
enjoying his life. You don't need to involve him. Be your
Correct.
own man. Build your
Yeah.
own credibility. Build your own stature,
Yeah.
and do things your way. Man
You
United's
just.
DNA, when you look at the very core of what it
Hmm.
is to win titles, to win championships, to win cups. Everything
Yes.
else is secondary. Okay,
This is.
so
Yeah, a good segue to my next question was basically asking you about. It's been 2.5 years under 2.5 seasons, I guess, if you want to put it that way, under Ole. There's no trophy. We seem to succumb at the last hurdle. What do you think about that? Do you think a better manager would have pulled us over the line?
Chai, Zidane just resigned.
Yeah.
Conte just resigned. So I think, look, there's talks about Poch leaving that job as well, and they're saying that they could shuffle people around, where Zidane goes to
PSG.
Juventus,
No, it goes.
Conte goes to PSG, and then Poch might be free. So I think,
Yeah.
look, I think the coaches out there, we've got to go and I think
We.
Ole has done. Look, the nicest way to say this is that he's done all he can for
Yeah.
this club,
Yeah.
and I think we've reached a point where he's not going to take us any further.
Yeah.
Um,
I think
we're
there's a
going to
confidence
be,
that he reached.
yeah, he's reached his potential with what he can do. I mean, he's got to go out, and the coaches need to go out as well. We have such an inexperienced coaching staff, dude. For a club
Yeah.
of Man United's level, the
Dude,
coaches that
it's
we have, dude, I'm just baffled, dude.
I would ask your bloody. It's so frustrating because you're probably the richest club in the world, right? One of the anyway, one of the top 10 or whatever, right? How can you be employing your ex players to be coaching, right? I mean,
I
this is just insane. Look, Chelsea tried Lampard for about a year and a half. They knew it wasn't going anywhere, so they booted him. Um, I know we're not a club that changes managers as harshly as a Chelsea would, right, or an Arsenal would these days. It's just baffles me, Gary. Baffles me. How do you have McKenna? Who the fuck is McKenna? Who the fuck is well,
Carricos.
man, Carrick? That there's no experience in there. And now director of football or quote unquote director of football is bloody Darren Fletcher or
Fletcher
some
and
not
John
Darren
Murto.
Fletcher. Darren Fletcher is the director of something I don't know.
Some
I think
technical director.
relationships. Fucking yeah. And then who knows who from Everton is bloody a director of football. It's insane, boss.
Dude, you know what? Actually, I actually thought about this earlier, and I wanted to say this. Right? Solskjaer's basically this kind of person, right? Who's he's new in this company, right? Maybe
Uh-huh.
1 year, 2 years in this company, and then he wants to jump ship to another company and become the CEO of that company.
Yeah.
Okay, and so he's got maybe 5-10 years gap in his resume to get him to that CEO level.
Yeah.
Okay, and he doesn't want to do that. So
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say is that Solskjaer's got a lot more to learn about the game. Like
Absolutely do.
he's managed Mulder, fantastic. Got Cardiff relegated, not so good. But he's got to
Yeah.
go and manage mid-tier Premier League team or team in
Absolutely.
Syria, La Liga
Yeah.
somewhere. Get them to consistently be in the Champions League, winning cups, winning titles, whatever it is. And then once you've done all that, you've gained experience. Come to
Absolutely.
United and
With some
actually,
credibility and
yeah,
build your team around it. You bring a absolutely pertinent point there. You know what? The skills that you'd pick up managing a weaker team, right, or a mid-table squad is the fact that you don't have resources.
yeah,
So the
exactly.
only way to win against the big names or uh, get like a string of results or whatever against the big teams is if you're tactically outsmart the opponent.
Hmm.
That's the only way you'll do it. And he's been relying on world class players at United. World class, obviously, Bruno's world class, Pogba is world class. You have Cavani, who's world class, Rashford, who could become world class, and all of that, right? There's so much talent at United that
Mm,
he's no dearth for resources, right? He has it. So you don't have to be tactically superior than your manager to gain results, and that's exactly what we've seen time and time again. There's Pogba's worldie that goes in, or Bruno's very exquisite timing of the pass, and Cavani's finish that have got us out of a lot of holes this season.
mm.
And I believe that I think he's reached his limit with at least managing these personalities. I think it's time to move on. I think.
And you know what, Chai? Actually, I was actually thinking about this morning after the result. I was actually thinking to myself, look, since Mourinho left, we bought Bruno, we brought in Wan Bissaka, we brought in Maguire.
Yeah,
Was Greenwood's come through the ranks?
Greenwood's come
Cavani's here
through.
as well. And I was just thinking to myself, if Jose was here
Yeah,
with this current crop of players,
yeah.
would he be had been able to get us that cup?
If he was a half decent lad, I think he would have. He did it, right? He showed us. He did.
He
He
showed
could do
us,
it.
right? He showed us he
Yeah,
could
he
do
could do
it.
it.
And I
Yeah,
think with the quality of players we've got now, any half decent manager out there
would have
should
probably
do,
pulled us over the
dude,
line.
really, honestly. Like, look, the more I think about it, maybe it's time to part ways with Solskjaer now.
Yeah,
The few names out there. Maybe we have to do that.
absolutely, dude. If Poch
Um,
becomes free, you know what? At least he wasn't given these resources
yeah,
at Tottenham, right? I think he'd
Mm.
be. I mean, though he had it at PSG, but
Yeah, but he
it's
was
time
still
for.
trying to build his team. And
Yeah.
look, PSG apart from Mbappe and Neymar, the
Hmm.
defense and all that's pretty crap, man. Like honestly,
And yeah,
like
and the French league is like bloody third tier. I
it
probably
is
are the second
fourth
division probably will be more competitive than the
French
Ligue
league.
1, right?
Yeah,
It's just not. You can't compare the two. Look, PSG is fucking playing with Tweedledee and Tweedledums below them. The only team that Lyon and Marseille, they'll be probably challenging
Lil,
to fucking
yeah,
hell. Yeah. Who the hell cares, dude? Who the hell cares? Oh, man, it's so frustrating, Gary. It's so frustrating. I thought today.
yeah. I thought
Today
we
would
could,
be,
pour
yeah,
ourselves a drink and
yeah,
celebrate and
man, because
man.
it would have been a start of a group of players who have come together and won something for themselves. It would have taken so much of confidence into the next season. And next season, if had we won the Europa League, I would say, okay, you know what? If we strengthen in a couple of key areas, these guys know how to finish in the top three. They'll
Mm.
probably gun for the league. Now I'm sitting here looking at Pogba not being interested. There talks about him leaving. There's talks about De Gea leaving. And if Pogba leaves the team, I know he had a shit performance today, but there's a huge hole that you can't fill
I
unless
think
Van de
he's
Beek
gone,
kind of
Chai. I
goes into it.
really think he's gone.
Mm,
I just looked at his body language. I think something's happening in the background.
yeah,
Either he runs his contract down, or there's
yeah.
he joins Zidane because he wants to play with Zidane.
Work with Zan, yeah,
So
yeah.
wherever Zidane goes, I think he'll try to go there as well. And I think the key thing as well for me is we keep harping on about top four, top four, top four, so we can get into Champions League.
Yeah.
But in reality, when you look at the level of football that we play, will we even get past the group round with this quality of performances that we put out?
Look,
And
we
so for
didn't,
me,
right?
I
That's why
think
we find ourselves here. We didn't
yeah,
this season.
maybe we shouldn't be looking at top four. Maybe we should like just aim to get fifth, sixth, and look at winning one Europa final in the next 3 or 4 years. I don't know because I think
Are we the
winning a
new Arsenal
trophy,
now? Is that
dude.
what we're saying we'll
The
do?
thing is, I really feel we've got to win a trophy, Chai. What is the point
100%,
of
Gary.
playing? What's the point of
Absolutely.
playing in a tournament if you're not going to win the tournament?
Absolutely. You know what? If I have to summarize this season, I'm telling you this season, right? We have no trophies. We crashed out of the league stages of the Champions League. We went to the final, lost. We've lost in all the quarterfinals and above we've played. That's basically a summary of the season. So basically, it's apart from finishing second and qualifying for next year's Champions League, nothing. We might as well finish top four then, right? Why second? How does it matter? There's zero fucking. It's yeah. It's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I think the players need to really take a hard look at themselves, see what they're playing for, see what is the missing link, and maybe the coaching staff should look at saying, okay, you know what? I think we've run our course here in terms of the betterment, because everyone there is a true United fan, right, at heart. I think
Yeah.
they should collectively work towards the betterment of United in the future. And if one of those things is them parting ways with the club, and so be it, right?
Yeah. Look, I think, look, Ferguson was there. I
Yeah,
hope he had a chat with Solskjaer and, whatever the discussions they've had. I
yeah,
just hope part of the discussion is having to surround yourself with really good people.
yeah,
I think it's critical that, he does that. And I hope that Ole takes that on board,
yeah,
gets really good coaching staff around him. Because I
yeah,
think if he can do that, I think we might have a chance of winning a trophy next. But he's got to swallow his pride. He's
yeah.
got to get better players around him.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, what's the point?
No point. No point. Again, we'll be in the same conversations this time next year, saying, "Oh yeah, you know what? We should have won this game. We would have probably we're miles
Yeah,
ahead from City, and if Liverpool play at least 20% better than they did this season, we'll be way behind them too. We'll be way
yeah,
behind them because they finished third, right?
yeah. They
Right,
finished third, and they've had a shit season, Chai. Let's
and they
not
had
forget, without
exactly.
Van Dijk as well.
Absolutely. When
So
they have a shit season, they're finishing third with 64 points. This, okay, let's keep all the other leagues and cups and shit like that out of it and focus on our league, our position, right? We believe this season is a success for finishing second. So that is the difference. And we probably gone on this incredible, lucky, albeit record breaking away run to have
hmm,
secured us this position. So in we had to do well to be on the second spot. Liverpool had to do shit to finish third.
hmm.
Absolutely. I mean, Chelsea will be stronger next season. You mark my words. Tottenham will somehow strengthen if they bring in the right resources and Levy kind of sanction some funds here and there. But
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? But look, uh,
Well, we're going to be talking about transfers at one point or other,
yes,
but yeah, I'll be interested to see who comes in this summer and to
mm,
see if
yeah,
we make any sensible signings, Chai. Like
absolutely.
at this stage, who's coming in, who's going out. I don't know. We've just
Mm.
signed Tom Heaton from Villa. He's
Oh
our record
yes,
signing apparently, first signing of the summer break. So yeah, really pumped
um,
to see him play.
sign of things to come.
Yeah. So we
So
have De Gea, Henderson, and Tom Heaton now, all fighting for the number one spot.
fantastic.
So we have the League Cup, FA
So
Cup, Champions League, and Premier League. Yeah, we need one more
yeah.
keeper though for another
Ah,
tournament.
Lee
So
Grant.
right.
Bring him from
League
coaching
Grant,
and
yeah,
put him in
that's right,
goal.
League Grant. We're all set.
Um, pull him from coaching or whatever he's doing. But yeah,
Ah man, I'm just yeah, so over this season. Man, I'm just so over this season. So yeah, I guess that's the game and the season wrapped up.
done. Yeah,
So we've got a few things coming up, Chai. We've got to
yeah.
do a season review, and then we've
We'll
also bring the
bring in the Liverpool and the
Liverpool
Arsenal
contingent
contingent.
and Arsenal, the one Arsenal guy.
Yeah, and then we'll see what they thought of the season, how they,
Yeah,
I guess, did it meet expectations, what they could have done better, etc. So that'll be a fun show. Keep it locked,
yeah.
guys.
Keep it locked. Keep it locked. All right, guys. That's all for this video. Please hit a like on the like button. Please let us know what you thought of the game. I know everyone's disappointed, dejected, upset, but I'm sure we'll get a win somewhere next season.
Yeah,
Hopefully, we win a trophy next season. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. And until next time, this is Chai with Gary.